There's two levels of the appeals process, but it all depends on your decision letter. Why was your claim denied? 5 things. What were those 5 things? Did you have anything under favorable findings in those 5 things? Did they concede you had a diagnosis? Or did they just deny everything because you have no diagnosis and no nexus? You have to figure out which thing they denied you for. Current diagnosis or a nexus or both. And that's for every disability you filed a claim for. This is why it's easier to keep this stuff bite-sized chunks. We're talking about diagnostic codes and medical terms we don't even know how to pronounce. So the less of that you have to do, you have 12 disabilities, that's a lot to manage, especially in a decision letter when everything gets denied. 2 or 3 things, that's a lot too, but it's more manageable. So depending on what you were missing, what you had or what you didn't have, you can file a higher level review. That's one of the first steps in the appeals process. This is before you get tied up at the BVA for 6 years. If you have the medical evidence, if you had a current diagnosis, current symptoms, and a nexus, and you have it 100% because you could see it, maybe somebody else looked at it or something, whatever. However you checked it and 100% sure it's there, then do a higher level review. They just ignored it. They may not have even written it in the paperwork. But if it says right on there, yeah, you have a diagnosis, that means that you don't have a nexus. So if you're missing the nexus, then you need to get a nexus, and then that would be a supplemental claim. The difference between a higher level review and a supplemental claim is you get to introduce new and relevant evidence when you file a supplemental claim. And you could go on to the BVA, to the court. Some veterans go to the Supreme Court. I can guarantee you that takes 10, 20, 30 years, but some of us do that. So you have to pick which way you want to go, and then how strong is the argument you're making. There's a thing where it became cool in the 80s to sue everybody, but this lawsuit thing came in. So a lot of people are like, oh, I denied my claim, I'm going to go lawyer up. And then you go try to hire a lawyer and they're like, yeah, we're not taking claims like that right now. You should know, if you're more involved in your claim, you'll know if your claim's worth fighting for or not. Your disability and your rating's worth fighting for, but the way you laid it out might not be. I know my first 3 claims were not fighting for. I didn't fight for them, but I wouldn't have anyway. Figure out what you have and figure out, what your chances of winning. It's a risk thing. It's like insurance, right? Like the average person lives till they're 83 or whatever, and you're 65, so we're going to pay you because you got a severe car accident. We're going to pay you for these last 20 years. You get paid more if you're 5 years old. It's that kind of thing. Do a risk assessment on your claim, figure out, what your chances are. And you may want to just take this claim that sucks, throw it in the garbage and start over again, because that's one of the things we could do. We could literally start over again, refigure it, reestablish service connection. That was stupid. That disability doesn't even pay money. It's hearing loss. I already get healthcare and hearing aids. I don't need 0%. So you just don't even pursue that disability. I'm going to go after these ones. So I hope this just wanted to give you my 2 cents, kind of rambly fashion here, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me jump in here real quick and tell you about my boot camp. If you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp. You can talk to me live. There's a link on the website and in the description, combatcraig.com. And also, if you need medical evidence like a nexus or documenting your symptoms properly, go to our website, combatcraig.com, and it says medteam/nexus letters. Click on that link, fill out the form, boom, you're done.